Valley Club, this weekend I pushed myself harder than I pushed myself before. I have been training jiu-jitsu for almost 5 years now. I've done some tournaments, and previously the most divisions that I've entered has been 2. This weekend, I entered 3 divisions with a potential of 6 total matches. The most matches I've ever had in a single tournament before has been 3. How did it go? Did I fail? Did I succeed? You're going to see in just a little bit. And if you're ready for it, Valley Club, you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am Paul, also known as ValleyFlyin. And normally we're talking about Marvel Strike Force and other gaming that I do on this channel. But today we're going to talk about Jiu Jitsu. And if you've been following this channel for a while, you know that I've been training in Jiu Jitsu for almost 5 years now. And from time to time, I enter tournaments, sometimes successful, sometimes not as successful. And win or lose, I always post all the results of all of my matches with commentary on this channel. So if you're interested in seeing more of these as I do more and more competitions and slowly progress in my belt and my skills, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. Normally we're covering Marvel Strike Force. So if you're interested in that stuff, make sure you subscribe. But like I said, I pushed myself this weekend. I've entered 3 divisions. The max I've entered before was 2. And because the results were so bad as far as my stamina, only entered 1 division recently. And the max I've had in my recent tournaments have been 2 matches. This time, the max had a potential of 6 matches. I won all of them. And so this was going to be a test. My first match was the Nogi Absolute. This is my opponent here, and we met each other the day before because this was a 2-day tournament. The kids were on Saturday, the adults were on Sunday, and I met him. I talked to him a lot on Saturday. Very cool guy. He traveled all the way from New Mexico, 7-hour drive for this tournament. He's a little heavier than me. There's a lot of these tournaments. He's a very good purple belt, and this is how the match went. Right, and we tie up. I'm trying to get some good grip. He does this very upright posture, and it kind of threw me off. I did see him do Imanari rolls in some of his previous matches, so I knew I needed to be conservative. Couldn't go too aggressive, couldn't shoot in. And I did have my knees bothering me from my previous tournament. Didn't really train a lot of stand-up, so didn't really want to do any shots, do anything too risky. So just trying to control his arm, get to his head, looking for a good collar tie or a good underhook or a good arm drag or anything. He pulls guard. I'm like, yes, I can pass his guard, but he stands up immediately. So we're back to stand up. Stand up is not my strongest point. And at this point, I see him leave his leg out. It is right there. Like, I can get that leg and boom, I go for it and I miss it. But I have a overhook. So he has a strong over-underhook. We go for the dogfight position. I'm trying to whizzer him. I'm trying to get my hips over above his, and he does a better job of that. We end up in my butterfly guard, so he does score 2 points for the takedown, but I think I'm in a good position to work this. So I tried for this butterfly sweep that I've been working for about a week. Doesn't go as well. So the other thing that I know from this butterfly position is a single leg X entry where I could start to attack his ankle. So I try to do that, and I do get into position, and he tries to roll out immediately, but I stay connected to him, and I'm trying to lock my hands. He's fighting my right arm. I'm trying to connect my right arm to my left arm, and so I could get the full torque on that ankle. He's fighting that. Now I connect it, but he fights it again and breaks my grip apart. And working this in the past couple days, I don't need a second grip to actually finish this. My finishing mechanics were very bad on this day. Only been working this since my trip to Europe since July. So I don't have a lot of experience in single leg X, leg attacks, ankle locks, and so my finishing mechanics aren't good. Now, interesting thing here, and this is weird with these competitions. I had a finishing hold. I had it locked in as we went out of bounds. Instead of letting us finish, we reset, which is not really fair to my opponents because I'm set in, fully locked in. My opponent is starting to relax, not fighting. And even though my finishing mechanics aren't that great, this reset is kind of hard at that point. So he taps. So I do end up getting the tap. And as we're walking to the medal stand, because there's only 2 of us entered in this division, I told him that's kind of sucky that they did that. So restarted us with a submission fully locked in. And he said, yeah, I shouldn't have got caught in that in the first place. And right, but it's still a hard position to work out of. So that was my first match. Pretty proud of that match because that was something that I hadn't really worked a lot. Only a few months of training in that single leg X and leg entries. So happy I was able to accomplish that there. My next match was in gi. Now, this was supposed to be in my own age division, my own weight division. Unfortunately, I didn't have anybody in my age and weight, so they bumped me down in age. And I'd rather move up in weight. I'd rather deal with stronger, heavier people than younger, more fit, faster people's. But yes, this guy's actually a little lighter than me, about 20 pounds lighter than me. The strength doesn't bother me though. Someone stronger than me, someone faster than me, that's gonna wear out my gas tank is what gives me a little more fear than someone stronger than me. He's a really cool guy. I met him in the bathroom and he's like, "Hey, Paul." It's like, "Well, do I know you?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm your opponent." I'm like, "Oh, cool, nice to meet you." So he was a cool guy too. I met him beforehand. I'm trying to work my grips here. I get a collar tie. He starts off really, really low. If you notice in the match, he started in a real crouch stance. Wasn't sure what to do there. His gi goes over his head. I didn't want that. I didn't really know how to attack that position. So I'm looking for a collar tie here and not really getting the angle. He's doing a good job with his right hand, preventing me from getting the angle I want. I want to shove my forehead right into his temple, and then I can start to attack his right leg and try to go for the takedown, but he's stopping me from getting that angle. Really trying to get my forehead into his temple. He changes the angle of his head there. Don't get that. And he just pulls guard, puts his hand in his, put my foot in his hip and pulls guard. And I found out later when I'm talking to him, this is his A game right here in his guard. He takes out my lapel, and as soon as he does that, I'm like, all right, we're gonna be playing something I don't know, because not a lot of people in my gym use the lapel. So I knew this is gonna be something that I hadn't really seen before. I'm trying to maintain my posture. Unfortunately for me though, I have an issue with my knee here, and I'm not able to get my hips all the way down to my hips because I've had knee surgery, ACL surgery a few times here, and this was one of my limitations. So guard, a base and guard is really bad. I'm trying to get down on that right leg there because I am able to compress my hips to my ankle, not on my left leg. So really trying to maintain the base. He's trying to attack my base, trying to look for a sweep, and I'm just trying to be very, very conservative, not make any mistakes and give him an advantage. Trying to open up his guard. He's doing a good job controlling it, and he does have my lapel there. I'm not sure what he's going to do with it, but it's really controlling my posture. I try to stand to try to break open his guard, and yeah, he's getting a collar grip. I start to fight the collar grip because it's really breaking my posture, not allowing me to do what I want. I try to stand again, put pressure on him. I open up, and yeah, he sets up his choke here that I wasn't sure what the hell was happening when it went on. He has my collar, he has my lapel. As soon as I drop my head, he wraps it around and just has that choke in. And I'm not really sure how to fight this. And there's a few times during this choke that I was thinking of giving up. But at one point I hear my coach say, "Get up, get up." And that allows me to keep fighting. And he's telling me to fight the second hand. But I'm not sure, I'm not familiar with his chokes. I'm not sure what is the first hand, what is the second hand. I'm not sure what I have to fight here. And I know the choke is deep and it's tight. Fortunately for me, it's not getting tighter. So what I'm thinking at this point, if I could just get my posture and keep my base, if I could wear his hands out and let his grips expire before my neck does, I think I could last this, but I'm not really sure how to fight this. I'm getting more and more tired. And this is where I hear my coach say, "Stand up." So I stand up. Luckily for me, he breaks the grip. He does get an advantage. The refs give him an advantage there because that was a deep choke. Fortunately for me, though, his guard is open and I'm very tired. So my passing is very, very sloppy. I'm trying to get my knee past his hip line, and he gets he kind of triangles my head, but I don't have an arm in, so I know I'm not at risk for a choke. Try to cover his hip, but he gets his knee in there and starts attacking this leg. I wasn't sure what he was doing, but he's really going for a back take here. As I feel he gets the back, I get my hips down to the ground and I start to slide out so he can't. I hear his coach tell him get up to get 2 points. So before he could do that, I get up and I don't want to deal with his guard on my knees again because I know my base is really bad. So I stand up, try to break open his guard from standing, and it's open there. And now he has really good guard retention. I'm tired at this point. So my passing is getting very, very sloppy. Yeah, this is not very good technique as far as the passing. I know I'm heavier than him, so I'm just trying to tire him out, put my weight on him, put some pressure on him. Luckily for me at this point, he has a really good guard retention. He goes to turtle. And turtle's a position that if you watch any of my previous matches, I like attacking this position. I sink in my grips for my choke. I try to get my leg over his shoulder so I could push down on his shoulder as I'm pulling up with my arm there with his lapel. And yeah, I want to get it all the way over, cross my feet, and there is the tap. So I finally get that, but I'm done. I'm done after this point. I am super tired. He's super tired too. We're both gassed out. After this match, I go to my coach like, I'm done. I got nothing left. And fortunately for me, he tells me, that's fine. You did a good job there. I'm like, I'm not going to do anything in the rest of these matches because I'm done. But yeah, I'm very proud of this match because I normally hadn't had to come back from many of my matches. This is one that I had to come back because he had that choke in deep. I was thinking of quitting multiple times, but was able to push through it. All right, so because I won that match, I have my next opponent. Now, my next opponent had a bye, and my previous opponent here, he told me that this guy is a judo black belt, and I am dead tired, so I don't want to get thrown on my head. I try to pull guard, and it's just sloppy. It goes to the ground immediately, and yeah, we can't really see what's going on. Nothing's really going on. They restart us in the center, which is fine. And I'm not really sure what the grip was that I had or the position of my hands. He tries to get an underhook. I try to get an underhook, and he starts arguing with the ref. He gets a little angry there. And yeah, he gets mad with the ref there, but I'm tired already. So whatever the ref says is what I'm going to do. So yeah, I got my underhook there. I'm trying to fight for that underhook. Dead tired though, so I don't have a lot of fight. I'm trying to conserve my energy, see if I could get on top and start to wear him out. But he knows what he's doing. He's a purple belt. He's a judo black belt. He has some good hip pressure. He's maintaining good top pressure there. And I'm trying to come up with my underhook to get on top of him, but he's just smashing me down, controlling me, and wearing me out with his pressure. I still have that underhook, so I still am good. He gets the passing points there, and that's the second pass. He maintains a good base. He's looking to go for knee on belly. I could see that right now, but as I was in the match, I was just tired. He pins my arm there, goes knee on belly. I could see exactly what he's doing here, but while I was in the match, man, it was tough. I was just trying to hold on, and I'm still preserving my underhook, not letting him go to mount. He's gonna go to the other side. I go to turtle. I try to grab the leg so I could get up, try to wrestle up, but he forces me all the way back down, and I am starting all the way over. That was a little burst that I had, and it's just kind of sapping my energy. He now has the underhook, so now I'm going to fight for the underhook again, see if I could wrestle up and get on top and start to put some pressure in for him out. But yeah, now he's got the mount. He scored some big points here. He immediately starts attacking for the collar choke, and I'm framing his hips to try to get out of mount. He's going for his attacks right away. His attacks get a little more serious, and he's still trying to go for the choke. He's setting it in. It's almost like a bread cutter choke. And to avoid the choke, I go belly down and try to come out the other side. He starts setting up the other side. My hands didn't block it though, so he can't get his grip in. And now we're still in mount, and he's actually in side mount, but he doesn't have that choke set in. And at this point, we restart it, but I think we're going out of bounds. The ref actually stopped it because my nose started bleeding. So this is actually a good opportunity for the rest, but it didn't matter. My gas tank was already done. So let's just keep fast forwarding this. And the refs, the doctor's like, hey, I could make this take a while. I'm like, yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter. My gas tank is burned out. So we go and restart the match. And she's also saying she could stuff the gauze up my nose. I'm like, no, I need to breathe. And she's like, if they start bleeding again, then they're gonna disqualify you. I'm like, all right, that's fine, because my gas tank is pretty much done. We restart where he was in mount, and yeah, it's I have a little bit more energy, but yeah, I'm still in a bad position. I still have to work out, and he has a top position, so he could just drain my energy, keep that top pressure. He started to go for chokes. I'm trying to avoid them as I'm trying to escape. He has his inside position with his legs though. So the first thing to escape this, I would need to get that at inside position. He still has that choke on, and yeah, he's attacking that. I'm trying to get him down. He goes for a cross collar again. I try to escape the exact same way. He re-threatens that, and I try to escape the same way. My mind is not functioning. You're not supposed to escape the same way. Yeah, but as I go belly down, he switches grips and gets the collar there. And this one gets really tight, really fast. As he starts to set his grip up, now he's setting his grip up still. Now he tries to finish. I'm like, this is tight. I am not sure if I could finish. I fight it a little bit more for a land. He resets it up, gets it even tighter. And this time it's a little too tight. I tap at that point. Yeah. All right. And this is for the bronze medal. Unfortunately, yeah, I had another match in this division because I did win that first match. And my first opponent told me, oh yeah, I beat this guy in like about a minute and a half a couple months ago. You should get this guy easy. And in my head, I'm thinking, no, I don't have much left in the gas tank. If you look at my face, I am dead tired. I am hardly moving. I got nothing left. And he is just trying to pass. At one point, I switched my hips to try to get my butterfly hook in, give him my back, and he utilizes that to work on this pass. And he starts to set up this Kimura before I even know what the heck's going on, before I realize what he's doing. I'm tapping, and yeah, that was just an ugly, ugly match. But that was not my last match. About an hour and a half or so later, match turned into absolute. So these are people my same age. They're actually about 4 years younger than me. I talked to both of them, and they are slightly heavier than me. So my first opponent, here he is. He beat this guy. So now I have this opponent, and if I win, I face my first opponent again. If I lose, I get the bronze, and then this guy that I'm fighting right now gets a silver. He is dead tired because he just went. I'm still tired from all those other matches. So this is kind of a sloppy match. Both of us are tired and we're trying to fight here. He goes to this knee here, which I wasn't sure what to do. So I go to my knee as well. Figure if he gets on top like he just did, he's not going to get points for a takedown, which he does not. He is in guard. He is on top. And that kind of dictates the flow of the match. So I'm trying to work my collar choke here, get a grip up in his collar to break his base, bring him down. He bring his leg up, and I use that to start to work a triangle here. His arm is out. I don't have the lock fully up yet. And before I get the lock in, he starts to weave his hand in. And that kind of eliminates what I could do with the triangle, eliminates the armbar switch that I have. So I open it back up. Unfortunately for me, he starts immediately attacking this, like pinning this leg. So I can't reclose my guard, start re-attacking him. But I shift him over and I'm trying to get in, and unfortunately I accidentally kick him in the balls. He just kind of stops fighting. So I stop fighting, and then the ref finally calls it. I guess I could have kept going, but I don't want to win like that for someone that's in a not good state. So this was accidental. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, jiu-jitsu, you don't want to win jiu-jitsu from a strike, but letting him recover, and yeah, I'm feeling really bad there. I don't want to be clumsy. I don't want to be a spaz. Yeah, I apologize. And we restart in the middle as soon as he's recovered. Yeah, this is an ugly match for myself, and I know he is tired as well, so I know he probably could perform way better than this. He's probably thinking this was a very ugly, sloppy match as well. But yeah, we restart in single leg X, which kind of happened to my last opponent. So we're restarting here, and I don't have the lock fully in. Trying to break his base so I could attack that ankle, and yeah, he's doing a good job keeping his base. I try to sweep him. I want to get him over to my left. He goes all the way to the left, so I elevate him to try to re-enter his legs. I want to get that inside position with my legs, and there it is. And here is the entry into that single leg X. And now this is where I wish I had better finishing mechanics. I worked on it a lot yesterday. Didn't work on it as much today, but yeah, my finishing mechanics is a lot better today. But it is sloppy here. I didn't realize how much I was really just trying to rip this hole here. Look at my face there. So much energy, just burning myself out. And I think he's about to tap here. He does almost tap here, but then it gets really, really loose. Actually, instead of making it tighter, the way my mechanics are, I'm actually making it looser, and I'm burning my energy. So as he gets out here, I don't have a lot of energy left, and this match is very sloppy from both of us at this point. So I'm trying to get my hooks back in. I do have my hook in. And not sure why I take it out there. I don't really have a triangle. If I get this left leg out or this right leg out and get it over his arm, there is a triangle threat there, but he knows that. So he's moving my leg inside, so I can't get it outside of his arm. And he's really trying to go for his pass. He's moving his knee. He's moving my knee so he could get his hip attached to my hip, and he just gets the pass there. The ref is counting the points, and 3 seconds, he gets the points for the pass there. So that's three. He's up 3-0. We reset back in the middle, and look at the reaction. He's not moving too much. I am tired. He's tired. Fortunately for him, though, he is on top, which means that he is burning way less energy than I am because I have to escape. He just needs to hold and put his body weight on me. And yeah, both of us are tired. He is tying his belt very, very slow. And yeah, let's continue on with this. And we finally restart. And we're in the same position. I wasn't sure what the position was. We both had a long break there while he tied his belt. I have my underhook, and I am trying to work my escape. He's putting good pressure on me, smashing my face there. He's trying to climb over into a better position. I stop that, and I'm trying to get my leg under. There we go. Now we're in half guard, so now I have a decent position. It's kind of a 50-50 position. Nobody's really winning, but he is on top, so he is burning less energy than I am. Now I got my knee shield in, and I'm trying to enter the legs again. I don't have a lot of great sweeps from the bottom, so pretty much all I have at this point is to try to enter the legs or to try to wrestle up. One of the big things I need to work on after this tournament is to get more sweeps from the bottom. I'm trying to get this left leg inside of this knee here. I want to get that hook in, so both my legs are inside of his legs again, so I can enter that leg. I start to attack that ankle, but I can't really do anything because I don't have that inside position yet. I need that inside position in order to do anything. I know I need that. I'm not sure how to get that in my fatigue state though, so I keep trying to work it. He knows what I need, so he's defending it. He's not letting me get what I need. I get the leg inside, but my knee is completely compressed, so it doesn't matter if I have the hook at this point. He knows that I need that, so he's smashing me down, keeping a lot of pressure on there. He's trying to connect to me, and that's the good thing about gi is if you could grab their gi and pull them into you, you could really use it to climb up. So he has a good position here. He's trying to grab my gi. I'm trying to not let him get head position or get control of my head because that'll allow him a very easy pass, but he keeps that pressure on, keeps pinning my hip down. I just don't want him to pass. I'd want to get my knee back in, and he gets another pass here. I grab the leg so I could start to wrestle up. I don't know if I have enough energy to wrestle up at this point. That my movement's very slow. He is just trying to hold on at this point as well. Just trying to keep that pressure, keep the weight on me, keep me getting more and more tired, and he's doing a good job of it. Yeah, I have very little explosion at this point, but to be very technical because it's not a lot of energy. He's not really moving too much though. And at this, look at this. I just give up on that. And he comes around, takes my back, and I try to get to half guard again. I want to get my right leg in between his legs. He stops that, moves his legs, and I keep trying to fight for that inside position. He starts to attack a Kimura. I keep my arm in my back, so it kind of defends it. If Axford it crosses from your stomach to your back, you actually have a good finish there. I straighten out my arm and know that a straight arm bar is there, so I be careful of that. I get my arm back, but now he has a deep, no, he doesn't have a deep underhook yet. I think he gets one eventually. He has a wrist attack. He still has that top pressure. I'm trying to come up into him, and I'm protecting my arm, but now there's that underhook that he has. He's just framing my face. Luckily, there's only 1 second left before he could come around and finish the arm bar. I am tired. He was too, but good on him. He fought through that adversity. He fought through the kick in the groin that I accidentally did, and yeah, he ended up beating. So congratulations to him. For myself, I know I need more stamina. I need to work on that, and I think what I really need to do is start to work on fixing my knee. But I could do more hard running and things like that because that's one of my limitations is anytime I go hard cardio, do any kind of running, any kind of impact on my knee, it swells up and I'm not able to do jujitsu for a while. So there's some things I got to figure out. I will do more competitions. Let me know what you thought of. I'm pretty proud of my first and second match, and there are some corrections that I could make in that fifth match and kind of throwing out that third and fourth match there. But let me know your thoughts. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. It is free for you. It helps out the channel. And if you want to see some of my other competitions, make sure you check out the playlist up there. Have a great rest of your day. Hog fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.